morning I come down here. You know what's crazy? I don't know if it's a selfish thing, but it just is what it is. Like, I thank God every morning, and He wakes me up, and it just becomes kind of a habit to know that that's the first day. I'm appreciative. For the last couple months, and actually since it all came together, like, I just thank God when I look around and be like, wow, man. It reminds me, like, when things are like, God, when you're doing with me, He's like, I got you. Your dreams gonna come true. You just gotta continue to keep pushing. And my dream was always, like, it wasn't even necessarily about the shit. It was about what I wanted to create for people, for women. I just wanted, not only myself, because I remember why I wanted it so bad. I remember being at the place where I was just wanted to get away. And I remember going to the boxing gym, and it was like, wow. And I just always wanted that space where women could go and just let go of what the world had for them, and just be in this space to just release. And to me, that's where the transformation came from. And it had, to be honest with you, it had nothing to do with food. It had nothing to do necessarily with weights. It was just the space to release. And because I found it in fitness, I'm like, I'm gonna give that experience. I wanna give that experience when people walk in the door, they leave out a totally different person on that same day. Today, I was just reminded of that. I mean, God just reminded me, like, be faithful over the little things. I know you thought that it wasn't a thing, but it's still a thing. It don't matter where it's at. Over the years, I've constantly created the space. He says you continue to do that. That's your calling. Again, it don't matter the address. It don't even matter the name. It's the intention behind it. It's the purpose behind it. And no matter if it's one, what's crazy is that one starts with me. And it's truly a blessing. And there's more than one. But no matter whether it's one or hundreds, that experience of transformation, the experience of release, that experience of letting go, it's just that. Place, time, address. It's about the experience of transformation. You walk in to that space, that experience, and you walk out a different person. What's going on, world? This your girl Kiwi. All right, y'all. So first of all, let me start by this. My apologies. My extreme apologies, because I already know that you guys are probably seeing this on a Wednesday. All right. So I'm supposed to drop this on Tuesdays. However, it's been a crazy week, y'all. But it's been good. So let me start by this. I actually showed you guys probably the beginning of this video. Man, I had an amazing amazing moment with God. And let me rewind all the way back to how my week has been. It took me all the way until Monday to formulate the words of how I was feeling, because it was been an emotional roller coaster, y'all. But I literally wrote in my journal, and I actually spoke this to my squad. I said, instead of me feeling overwhelmingly stressed, I feel overwhelmingly blessed. Let me say that one more time. It's easy to type it, but say it is a whole nother monster. Instead of me feeling overwhelmingly stressed, I feel overwhelmingly blessed. Now, let me put this all in perspective for you guys. All right, so first of all, it's been hectic because I've been trying to up this weight, y'all. So I'm happy because I had another check-in, and I'm up. I'm up, y'all. I'm up, and a good check-in. I went from dropping weight all the way down to 138, and now I'm at 144, y'all. Now that's a huge. I know. Listen, I know for some of y'all, you're like, hold on, rewind. So I was at 138, 138.8. It was. And jumped up to 144.4, literally. Now, for some of y'all, it's like, hold on. That's a lot of weight. However, I'm holding the weight very well. What that means is, I think I mentioned this to y'all last week, I'm exchanging fat for muscle. So I'm not looking like fat. I look like I'm filling out and muscle is building. So definitely with all of these carbs that I'm eating, y'all, all this food, again, I look forward to, I told my girls, like, I want y'all to see that you don't have to fear carbs. Like, I want y'all to see what it looks like to trust the process and truly gain some muscle mass by eating. All right? So, y'all got to see it to believe it. So, y'all watch it. Yeah, my booty's a little, no, don't get me wrong, but it's a healthy, it's the healthy growth that's happening, and I feel good. I don't feel overwhelmed. I'm popping out a little bit, y'all. So, I'm building this muscle. I'm excited because we're going in the right direction. So that was huge, y'all. I didn't change anything. Coach wanted me to stay. We head in the right direction, so I still got to eat, but it's been hectic because it's just been a lot. I've been kind of pulled in a lot of different directions. And it's, it's a lot. I tell you, a day that literally I get up, because I'm still on Eastern Standard Time, get up at 2:30, got to eat all of this food first thing. So I got to eat a well-balanced, full, like my two biggest meals is my pre and my post-workout meal. So I have to eat that first. Then, I kind of got to let it digest, get dressed, and then I'm, in front of the screen at 3:50 to, and this is Central Time, to start working out at 4. So from 4 to 5, I'm training my girls. I'm getting my workout in as well, my women who lift, which I'll say this, I freaking love my girls, man. I love them. It has been like, one of the parts of it is though the squad is small, this Women Who Lift is my 10-year anniversary of this program. And though I've had 20 plus women in this program, I only have 6, 5 to be exact. And then me, I'm 6. And, I had to question, like I had to, first of all, I had to say, I had to put my ego to the side, y'all. One thing I always had learned, and again, I don't remember what coach told me this, but I've stuck to it. It's been one of my things. It doesn't matter whether it's one person in the room, or it's 100 people in the room. You don't train any differently. And I've always remembered that. So it don't matter what stage, what room, how many people in a class. Like, if it's one person that shows up, I give the same energy no matter what. And I committed to that regardless of me being so excited about this 10, like, this is my 10-year anniversary of this program, and I've trained, transformed all of these women. And it was like, but this is all I got? Hold on. However, I couldn't have asked for a better group. I couldn't have, and again, it goes back to, really trusting God, knowing that this group needed to be intimate. This group needed to be the group that it exactly is. That we have this intimate setting where we getting it in, grinding, everybody gets the attention they need. I get the attention and the energy I need because I'm going through something. We all have this goal, and it's been amazing. So I'm looking forward to, but I'll say that, like, it took a minute. It took a minute for me to step out of my own personal wants and desires, my own personal, just to be honest with you, just putting my ego to the side, y'all, and realizing that what I had, what's in front of me, who I've been called to serve in this season is exactly who it is. Whether it's 1, whether it's 4, whether it's 5, whether it's 12, though I was like, I want 12. And it's like, no, you got exactly the squad you need. So shout out to my Women Who Live class of 2025, 10-year anniversary. Woo, discipline is a flex, y'all. I'm excited for us. We getting it in. So, it took a minute. And it's also, I want to become the best coach. So it's like me making sure that I'm doing everything, But on top of that, y'all, here's the other part. I got a job. Now I have to, this is the hard part for me, because sharing, why that has been a difficult. It's been a journey for me. For 12 years, I remember clocking out. My last job was FedEx. It was FedEx Kinko's. As a matter of fact, they had changed the FedEx office at the time, and I remember my last day was October 13th. I don't even remember what, but I have a picture of it. And I remember that's the last day, and I said, I will never work for anybody again. 12 years ago, y'all. And, last year, unfortunately, due to just the situation and the financial situation I was in, I had to go get a job. And it was for, not only for my security, but for my family, it was just to make sure that, unfortunately, I wasn't bringing in the money that I needed to in order to feel like I could survive at the time. So I had to get a job, and that was hard, y'all, especially after knowing, all the things I've accomplished. And again, I've said this, like, I felt like a failure. And it took me a while to even get out of that, let alone be at a job where I got to follow somebody else's rules, all of that, So again, ego, y'all. Nobody, and some of the things I share, like, nobody really can understand how it probably feels for me. But it was a gut, like, it was many car rides of cussing myself out, being upset with myself about how did I get myself in this situation. So again, as things get overwhelming for me, like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and then I got to go to work and I got to show up for them and I got to be what they need me to be. And now, I've been asked to do more classes. I'm being pulled in so many different directions. And on top of that, I'm trying to do something for myself. But literally, my day would come, like, it's 5 o'clock, y'all. The clock strikes 5 and I got to be to work at 6. Not to mention, between that, I need to eat. So I'm trying to eat now. If y'all have seen my pictures and all my videos, it takes me the hour to eat the biggest meal I got. So just imagine now I'm in the shower, eating food, in the car, eating, getting dressed, driving, pulling up to work, trying to finish the rice that I got, getting in, being on my feet, training, doing a class is for hours on time until about 12. And then, hold on, not to mention, I got clients here, y'all. So I'm going from work, then I gotta drive because I got 30 minutes to get to the shed, to get here to train. I'm still on my feet, I'm training, I'm here, and then as soon as everything's done, I'm like, what the heck, God? And I had probably about 3 of those days, y'all, where I was like, what is happening? And this weekend, I just sat quiet, y'all. I just sat quiet. I'm like, all right, God, look, I don't know where I'm going. I feel all over the place. I do. I feel all over the place, God. Like, I don't feel like because I'm all over the place, I'm like, this weekend, I was like, houses, like, I gotta get things done. You know, I'm not checking all my boxes off my list because I'm tired. I'm like, God, I don't want to be out of control. Like, not like this. And I was silent. Like, when I tell you, I've got to this place with God where I'm like, look, I don't want to hear nobody else but you. Now, keep in mind also, like, I'm by myself, man. You know, I'm having these conversations somewhat by myself. You know, it's a solitude season for me that, to be honest with you, I like people. I like being around people. But God has put me in this space where I gotta sit still a lot more and sit with myself. And what I realized in sitting still, y'all, it took me a moment. This is where I'm gonna get to this place that's important, and I'm gonna bring it all the way around. Because when I sat still when I had the moment and I reflected on everything that's going on in my life right now. I just sat there and I was like, okay, all the moments that I was overwhelmed, it seemed like it was overwhelming, I broke it down. I mean, even the moment in the shower, I'm gonna start with there. Even in the moment when I was rushing and trying to eat my food and take a shower, I was like, man, I said, there's somebody out there that literally, they probably gotta leave the house maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours early, because they gotta go catch a bus. Then I was like, man, I remember not even 2 or 3 years, 3 years ago, I didn't have a shower to take, or to get in, I should say. I used to have to go to Planet Fitness to take a shower. Shoot, I'll rewind all the way back when I used to sneak in my mama's house to go take a shower because my water was off. And now I'm in this big, beautiful walk-in shower. Okay. Then I was like, man, you know, I'm rushing to purpose. Like I'm being pulled in different directions because I've been the person called to do it. Like, I'm being pulled because I got purpose. I'm being called because I'm a coach. I'm being called because of the gifts that God has given me. And it's not like I'm being called to things outside of what I love to do. It just seems overwhelming because it's a lot. Man, I'm blessed. I said, man, you know, I had put things in perspective with my small group already, you know, and then I looked around at how blessed I am, and then I looked and I said, man, God, am I supposed to be doing this, you know, this competition? It's like, yes, this is where I'm going to build. I'm healing you and building you. This is where your discipline is going to come. This is your fasting. This is your sacrifice right now. This is your way of overcoming temptation. I'm building you back up. We gotta break you back down. So I'm taking you through something you're familiar with, but you're not really familiar with. Something that's gonna take you out your comfort zone, but put you exactly where I need to be. And then this morning, because I remember though I said I'm overwhelmed, I was like, God, like, I just don't want to be doing the wrong thing. I don't want to be where I'm not supposed to. I don't want to, like, I just want to be exactly. I just don't know where you need me to be and go. And am I doing the right things? I'm still asking the questions, even though I'm like Okay, this overwhelming feeling that I have, it's not stress, it's blessed feelings. You're still overwhelmed, don't get me wrong. I'm still sitting in the feelings, y'all, because at the end of the day, I was still overwhelmed. But I just changed my perspective. And the last thing is like this morning, what you just saw. Every morning, y'all, I wake up and I say, I don't know how you made this happen, God, but I thank you. So though it seems like a lot, and though I'm allowed to have these feelings of feeling a bit overwhelmed and it's a lot and, man, I'm not stressed. I'm blessed. I wanted to share that with you all because some of you all, you are in places right now that you just like, it's a lot. But if you really look at like, is this what you called to do? Yeah. And to much is given, much is required. So I know it's a lot. And I know it's a bit overwhelming. I know. I feel you. But the crazy thing is, man, he called you. That's why I told myself, I look myself like I'm saying the same thing I said in my life. But he called you because he knew you could handle it. He knew you would get the job done. He knew you were going to fight. He knew you weren't going to drop the ball. Even though it feels as heavy as it does and overwhelming as it does and maybe chaotic as it does and all of these different things. He called you because he knew that you was going to take care of business. Now all you got to do is believe that you've been called to take care of business and take a deep breath. Put your chin up, your chest up, and know this is what I've been called to do. So I'm not overwhelmingly stressed. I'm overwhelmingly blessed. And I'm about to go out of here and take care of business. So for all my super women and even my super men out there, and man, you rocking it out. But it gets a little overwhelming. I know the emotions flow, y'all. But you know what's so dope? Regardless of how we feel, we still rock it out. But we have the ability to even change that part. You know that? We have the ability to look at it differently. And just that little bit of shift. My tears of joy this morning. I can't thank God enough. And I can't thank all of the things I've been through enough to bring me to this point, to be able to grow up, to mature, to grow, to even be strong enough to endure what I'm going through. And even to be as strong as I am to be able, like, and here's the other part. I can sit in the room with a whole bunch of other people and they going through a whole bunch of other stuff. I say this, I'll take what's for me, not what's for anybody else. I don't compare, and I don't expect anybody to understand, what it is and how I feel. But again, I know that this is the job that God has given me. So we have to make sure, especially knowing there's so much more to come, we gotta do good by what is put in front of us, y'all. So, again, I thank you all for having grace and mercy upon me. It's been amazing. Going into another week. I got some good stuff coming. Excited, but I just wanted to encourage y'all because I feel all y'all strong ones out there. I feel y'all, but I need you to just sit still for a moment and reflect. And tell yourself, man, God called me. Go get it. Go take care of your business. I love y'all. I'm out. I see y'all next week. Peace.